I would suggest and invite you to have a pen and paper handy because we're going to do some writing. It's fun writing. Okay. I invite you now, wherever you are, if you could turn on your video, that will be helpful for me so that I can see you and we can interact. You can mute yourself, continue to mute yourself. It doesn't matter where you are, showered or not showered. Uh, it's not a matter. It's matters that you are here and present, and I appreciate that. Okay, let's close our eyes just to get centered. Settle comfortably wherever you sit right now. Take a deep breath, a few breaths with me. In through the nose and out through the mouth, as if you are blowing it out using a straw. Do this a couple of times. And then bring to mind something you would truly love to see happen, to have, to create in your life. Just bring it to mind. Imagine now everything required to make this happen is available to you. You are enjoying this life right now. Imagine what you feel like, what you see, who are around you in this beautiful life that you manifest. Make it juicy. Make it colorful. Just imagine who you are with. What you love about this life. What you feel. Now ask yourself, what's stopping you from making this image, this life, this dream, this vision into reality? What's stopping you? No judgment, just let the thought show up in your mind. Just take notes of what shows up that's stopping you from making this vision of the life you love, the dream, becoming reality. One more breath. Blow it out like you're using a straw. Now you can open your eyes. Would you be willing to type in the chat 1 or 2 words that represent what your life is like when everything manifests? Everything that you imagined just now manifest. What would your life be like? Chat it in. Okay. Happy and bright, Andre said. Wonderful. How about you, Beth, Elizabeth, Arthur? Just chat in. Happy and bright. Bright. That's beautiful. Okay. So, somebody else sending in something? You can see the chat or share it with me if, yeah. More full life. Absolutely, Beth. More satisfying. Don't want to turn the camera. That's fine. Yeah. Thank you for participating. So, here's the message I invite you to lean into. The fact that you could imagine what you've been longing for, what you can imagine just now, the fact you could imagine it means that you can have it. You can make it a reality, no matter what your condition is right now. When the condition and circumstance try to reason with you that that dream or that vision is not yet here, it is simply because you haven't fully decided yet. The reason for that is because you may not fully know the power of having this vision that you just created in your mind. That's why the current situation, condition, circumstance seem to be greater than your vision. That's the only one. That's the only reason. This is what we are going to cover in this workshop today, how to leverage this power. What practical, repeatable, easy things you can do every day to live in this power so you can have your dream life. So welcome to the power of decision. 3 secrets to creating the results toward your vision. So my name is Inga Maskun. I am the founder and CEO of Inga Maskun Coaching, a transformative guidance to living your inspired life. I am a certified dream builder coach and life mastery consultant with the Brief Thinking Institute. So you don't have to work harder or sacrifice yourself and your values to create the results you want in life. Hustle, push, work harder can only be sustained for so long. There is a much more authentic and meaningful way to have the results you love. You can be powerful without pushing. And we'll dive into this as we go. Be ready to take notes. Okay? Wonderful. First thing first. I celebrate you. This is a Saturday, folks. You can be at the pancake breakfast somewhere. Instead, you are here. That is a decision. You have made that decision. You may not consciously made it, but you did. And I want to congratulate you for this. Most people on this planet, unfortunately, live and die without ever knowing that they are much more capable than they realize. People don't realize that they can become freer, fuller, much more expansive than what they are right now. So they don't make decisions consciously to explore what's possible. They stay and accept what life presents to them. But you are here. You invest this time to explore and create the results you love to have. Something that Andre posted on Whole Food Co-ops that attracted you to this workshop. Notice the decision you have made and celebrate that. You are going to hear from the most important person today. That person is you. So fully tune in to the inner voices that you hear. Welcome what shows up without any judgment. Just take notes and keep your longing and your dream and your vision front and center in your mind. Okay? There is a gentleman from the past century. His name is Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich. For 20 years, Mr. Hill studied the behavior of 25,000 men and women. At the end of the study, he zeroed in and focused on 500 people that were highly successful. And here is the conclusion of his study. He concluded that highly successful people form the habit of making decisions quickly and seldom change them, if ever. Unsuccessful people making decisions slowly and change them frequently. This is the principle of getting unstuck. So here's my intention, sincere intention for you today. I want you to walk away from this workshop having greater clarity on your vision toward the life that you love, having 3 secrets or keys, let's call it keys, to help you decide on this vision even faster than you imagine, and feeling even more confident in the ability, in the power that lies within you to achieve that vision, to achieve the results you love. So to do this, let me share a short video with you. Isn't that interesting? At many level, this is also our experience in life, right? Why does it feel so hard at times to make decision? Why do you think many people resistant to making decision? So most people are afraid to make decision. It's because most people do not know what they really want. When your vision is not clear, it will be challenging to decide for it, even if it's right in front of you. But it's unclear, just like the penguins. They could see. It's so short. They could just jump, but it took them a while. And this is just the makeup of human being. It's not that we're wrong, we're not good. It's just the makeup. So without proper guidance and practice, the fact in life will distract you, will dissuade you and delay you. So these are all the current condition, circumstance, situation in life that appear to be greater than you. And that makes your dream or your vision smaller. This is what we're going to cover in this workshop today. So, raise your hand or digital hand. How many of you have ever achieved a vision or a goal that when you first had it, you did not know how you were going to achieve it? How many of you? Andre, I had. Many of us. Now that proves a point that you are far more capable than you realized. You might not know it then, but something in the quality of your thinking had helped you create that result. And we'll explore this thinking later. So the second question, raise your hand if you currently have challenges that you want to solve or improve in life. Every one of us, right? Let me invite you to notice this. Pay close attention to your longing and your discontent. Longing for something you haven't yet created and the discontentment with current circumstances. Longing and discontent are two important signals of growth. Only by paying attention to these two, these two are going to help you create the results that you want. Most of us run away from our longings and discontents. Run away because we are afraid to acknowledge it. Those are actually important signals. So I invite you to lean into it. So let me share a time in my life when a longing pulled me toward what I wanted. So I know my situation is different from yours. Yet the steps I took toward that decision are exactly what you can take to achieve whatever you love in your life, your vision, whatever it is, no matter how big it is. So this happens in 2014 in May. So I sat across a health coach. For a decade prior to that, I wasn't fully happy with my total well-being. I wasn't fully confident about it. I followed what experts said. Eat this, not that. Do this, not that. I followed directions. Still, I wasn't happy with the result. So she looked at me compassionately and then handed me a leaflet about the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. So the word integrative caught my attention. This is what I call the intuitive hit. Most of us receive that often. So that night, I went online and I checked it out. I even got on a complimentary webinar the next day. The program really spoke to me. I felt this could be the answer to my longing. So by Monday, I was interviewed by someone from the admission office, and she shared with me that the class would start in a week. The deadline to register was in 2 days, and the registration fee was $1,500. So everything was moving fast. I didn't budget for it to be happening that quick. Yet I could feel that a seed had been saved for me, that my longing could be answered by this program. Have you experienced a moment in life when you knew something was meant to be? Thank you, Andre. That was that moment for me. So that evening, when my husband came home, I told him what had happened. He asked me, "Did you sign up? If this is important to you, we'll find the money," he said. The next day, I did. So on the evening of the first day of class, a week later, my husband came home, walked into my office, and handed me a thick envelope. And he motioned to me to open it. It was fresh 100 bills, 15 of them. So a client came to his office that afternoon and gave him a down payment to a wood carving item displayed in his office. It was a beautiful horse carving item from Indonesia, where I was from. We had tried to sell this thing for almost 10 years. Many people admired it. No buyers until that day. This is what I call an out of the blue experience, the intuitive hit. Something just miraculously showed up for me. By keeping my longing alive and a vision clear in my mind, I subconsciously broadcast what I wanted to the universe. I decided and I claimed my spot in the absence of knowing how things would unfold. I certainly couldn't make it happen all by myself. I'm not that powerful. But I did make it welcome. And the universe was speeding the answers to me. This program opened the door to many things for me. A new perspective I gained about my life, about myself, the connection between my thoughts, my feelings, my well-being. Before I finished the study, a client came to me and chose me to guide her in her journey to wellness. I wrote a memoir and launched that book through Amazon. I was then offered a position at a local nonprofit organization here in Duluth, helping the community and high school students to live their life. The life they love living. It was with Community Action Duluth. And that opening, from that one decision to say yes to the leaflet, the information in the leaflet that my health coach shared with me, everything opened and led me into becoming a transformational life coach right now. I shared this story with you to help you reconnect with the similar story you have experienced before. You have many of them, I'm sure. Coincidences, what people say, is synchronicity for me. You make this welcome more frequently in your life if you utilize the system and the tools, everything that's already available to you. So now let me ask you this. What is your dream? What is your next big dream? Let's fast forward all the way to the time when you are putting your head on the pillow for the last time. All of us will reach that point in life. Way, way, way in front. What do you think the one thing that you would regret not doing when that time comes? Think about it. This could be your dream, your vision. As a dream builder coach, I'm certified to guide clients to create the success they want in life by utilizing the law and the tools made available by the universe. Those tools are already here. Most people live and die without knowing them. They don't utilize or practice using the tools. So here's my promise to you. Today, I am going to share 3 keys with you out of 12, which you can immediately apply to help you create the results you absolutely love. And then, I'm going to extend my support as a gift to you to help you integrate the information you learned today into your life. I'll share that special gift toward the end of this presentation. Okay? Now let's have fun and play a game. This game is called the numbers game. So let me explain it first to you. I will share a sheet of paper upload a sheet of paper in front of you that has the numbers 1 to 50. Your job is to mentally circle the numbers in numerical order, starting with number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and so on and so forth. So the goal is to find as many numbers as you can in numerical order within 30 seconds. I'm going to time you. So just so you know, this is not about a performance test. This is only to prove a point, which I will explain to you later. Ready? Arthur, Beth, Elizabeth, and the rest that I couldn't see. Ready? Start. Fifteen more seconds. And stop. Nicely done. Okay, now imagine I fold this paper twice, top to bottom, left to right. So you can see there are 4 quadrants, right? Now, let me show you a pattern that you can follow that has the potential to help you increase your results. See number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the numbers follow a pattern, ordered in a counterclockwise motion. Now that you know this pattern, let's repeat the exercise and see what your new result will be, what result you create. Ready? Go. Fifteen more seconds. And stop. Raise your hand. I would, if you could, Beth, Arthur, Pat, Elizabeth, if you could raise your hand digitally, that would be great. Otherwise, I would only see Andre. Raise your hand if you circled more the second time around than you did the first. Did anybody? Andre did. Thank you. So now, you were given the same resources, same amount of time, same 50 numbers on the sheet. Nothing much changed except for it's now a few minutes later. That's all that changed. Yet you improved the result. What changed when most of the things are not changing? What do you think changed? Type it in. Oh, Beth found less number. That's okay. For those people who actually changed and got more numbers, well, there you go, Andre. We were given the direction on how to follow the pattern, right? So, in other words, you have expanded your awareness of the pattern. The first time we did it, you didn't know the pattern. The second time, you knew. You knew the pattern for how to create the results you wanted. In other words, this is the result, the pattern of success. This means that every one of us can improve the results we are getting in our life when we expand our awareness of the pattern for how to create those results. So let's learn how to expand your awareness for success in the areas of life that matter to you. So Beth, look at these 4 domains of life. The first time you did it with the numbers, you didn't get more. It doesn't mean that you were wrong or that you were less than others. Nothing. The more you understand the pattern, guaranteed your results will increase. So let's learn how to expand your awareness for success in the areas of life that matter. In life, just like the paper, there are 4 major domains of life. There are many things, but easily can group into these 4. Love and relationships, health and well-being, time and money freedom, and vocation. Vocation is everything and anything that you do, regardless whether you get paid or not. Volunteerism, how you share your talents and gifts to the world. Those are all grouped in vocation. Now, every one of us has result in these areas of life. The results you're getting in life in these areas are a perfect reflection of your awareness in this area. So now let's expand your awareness by studying the pattern that creates the result, or what I call the results formula. And this is how it goes. Thoughts cause feelings. When you think joyful thoughts, you feel happy. When you are worried or uncertain about something in your life, your family, your finances, anything, you could feel stressed and overwhelmed. Your thoughts affect your physiology. Now, feelings affects or cause actions. By law, your feelings must be expressed into your action. So try this out. My cat is having fun here. Try this out. Put on the physical posture and facial expression of someone who is depressed. Isn't that interesting? There you go, Andre. So we all know how to do that, right? Head down, face frown. Now shake it out. Now put on the body position and facial expression of someone who is confident, happy, and just had a major success in life. See, Andre, sit straight up. Smile comes on your face. Our feelings are expressed into our action. When you feel confident, energized, you take different action than when you feel depressed, frustrated, or sad. So now actions cause results. It is our action or lack of that create our results. So follow me. Thoughts cause feelings, feelings cause actions, actions cause results. What is the conclusion? What is the conclusion? Thoughts, feelings, feelings, actions, actions, results. Anybody wants to chat it in? Everything that we see as a result actually starts here. This is the law of cause and effect. Yet most people resist this concept. Most people look at their results, they look at their circumstances, their conditions, their situations, and they call those their causes. Well, I'll take it back. No, they don't call them their causes. Instead, they call them their be causes. I can't start a new career because I'm too old. I'd lose my benefits. I can't take time off because I don't have vacation time. My boss won't let me. I can't find the love of my life because I'm not young enough, not thin enough, not attractive enough. I can't start a business because I don't have the magic mind, I don't have the money, I don't have the credential, I don't have the degree. I can't because. Yet the true cause of all results actually here from the mind. Now, if you want to know what you have been thinking, just look at your results, because your results never lie. Here's the good news though. If you want to create new results in your life, just begin by creating new thinking. As I mentioned earlier, you don't deny the fact, but you can change your thinking about the fact by focusing on what's possible. And that brings us to the first key of creating your dream: designing a vision. The question is, what do you want? What do you truly, really love in your life? Write this down. Clarity is power. Without a clearly defined blueprint, you cannot build your vision. It's just like you must have a clear blueprint if you want to build a house. The same is true with your vision. When you become clear on what you really want in your life, you begin to see opportunities, ideas, resources that you would have otherwise missed. Remember what I shared at the beginning of this workshop. Many people do not make decisions for their vision because they're not sure what step to take to make the changes they want, because their vision isn't clear. So let's design the blueprint for your vision and make it clear. Let's look again at the 4 domains of life. Choose one just for today. For the purposes of today, just only choose one area that you would love to improve the most, where you would love to see your result in. I encourage you though, later apply this exercise to all areas of life. Here's my invitation. Give yourself permission to imagine like you did when you were a kid. Many of us had rich imagination when we were a kid. Nothing was impossible. We didn't think about our conditions. We just declared what we wanted. A fireman, astronaut, movie star, a singer, ballerina, anything, doctor. So I challenge you today, just dream big again right now, even if it's just for fun. We're going to unlock your imagination with this simple question. What would I love in my life? Entertain this question a lot. Ask this question a lot. Because you receive different answers inside yourself when you ask, what would I love? Compared to, what do I think I can do? Or what does the economy say I can do? What is my current situation say I can do? And this is worse yet. What do other people think I should do? So for a moment, just lean into this question. What would I love in my life? I'm going to take you through a process called the time machine. So have a fresh sheet of paper handy in front of you and write this statement across the top of your page. I am so happy and grateful now that ... I invite you to imagine that you are traveling 3 years into the future. Same date, same time, same day. Everything you wanted is just different year. It's 3 years to the future. And imagine, let's close your eyes for a while, for a moment. 3 years into the future. Exactly the same time, same date, same month. Everything you wanted in life completely worked out. Everything is here. Now remember, you are now aware that your results in life starts with your thought. This is the first step of building your vision, your dream. You must start with the blueprint of life. Okay, now here's the direction. Write what you truly love to create an experience. And here's another important key. Suspend your judgment. You are not required right now to know how this result is going to happen. Only focus on what you truly love. Write in short sentences, 6 to 8 words. Don't write an essay. Just zero in. This is what I have right now. This is what I have created. Use present tense. It is happening right now. You are reporting what you are experiencing 3 years into the future. Everything worked out. There is no I will, there is no I'm going to, I would like this. No, just decide on it, claim it. For instance, this is an example that I had before for myself. I have an inviting 4-season tropical home in Duluth, Minnesota. Somebody told me this before. How is that possible, Inga? Do you know what winter Duluth has? Yes, I understand that. That was a fact of life. But I wrote it down anyway. I have an inviting 4-season tropical home. So include descriptive words like inviting, refreshing, thriving, illuminating when you describe that vision or that dream that you have. Okay? I'm going to give you 1 minute. Write as many as you want. Suspend the judgment. Just bring yourself to it and write it down. You can start now. Be specific. If it's a car, what car? What color? Thirty more seconds. And stop. Look at what you wrote down. Feel the vibration of this dream. I can tell you one thing. You can make this happen. Not because you deserve the dream. The dreams deserve you. You created the dream. You are much more powerful than that. You set that dreams and you are going to collaborate with the higher power on this thing. So realize this. You have written down some dreams, some of the visions, right? You are on your way. This is the beginning of designing a life you love. Now that you have started, let me share a story with you. This story is about a fisherman who goes to a great fishing stream that he has heard about. He gets there, he throws his line in the water, and he waits. Then he looks down the bank. There is an older fisherman. This older fisherman is just pulling in one fish after another. Every fish the man pulls out of the stream, he unhooks it and he measures it by a measuring stick. If the fish is bigger than the stick, then he tosses the fish back in the stream. If it's smaller, he puts it in his bucket. So the young fisherman is watching all of this and he thinks to himself, why is he throwing all these big fish back and keeping the little ones? Do they get bony if they get big or something? I mean, what's going on here? He says. After watching and watching, he then goes down and he interrupts the older man. And he says to him, could you please explain to me about why you throw the big fish back and keep the little ones? Do they get bony if they get big or something? The old man looks at him and says, oh, Sonny, look at this, he said. See that measuring stick there on the edge of the river bank? The young man says, yeah, I see it. So the old man says, I just measure every fish that I catch by that stick, because that stick is measured at exactly the size of the frying pan I use at home. We might laugh at a fisherman that would be like that. You know, subconsciously, we all do that. The stream of life tosses us a big fish, an idea, a possibility, a possible future for our family, our career, our business, our life, our time, finances, anything. And we measure that idea by the frying pan or the life we have right now. And then we say, I don't have the education. I don't have the money. I'm too old. I don't have the age. I don't have the credentials. My frying pan doesn't hold that dream. And subconsciously, we throw that fish, that idea, that vision back into the stream of life. Now here's the message I want you to lean into. That growth is the most natural order in life. Every living being wants to grow. Just look at this. Look at this evidence. Even the strongest, thickest cement blocks could not contain these plants to grow. And the same is true with us human. Think about this for a second. Now let's look at what you just wrote down as your dreams, as your vision during that 1-minute exercise. I have asked you before at the beginning of the workshop, if you could live that life that you imagine, everything worked out, how did you feel? Most of you said, Andre said before, happy and bright. Right? Tell me again, chat it in. If you could have everything that you just wrote down, you live that life, how would you feel? Set it in. By chatting it in, you are claiming it. You are claiming it. Now let me ask you, if the things, everything worked out, if you know for sure, 100% guaranteed that this dream is coming true, what would you feel right now? You know, the only thing that's standing between you and that knowingness is a decision. That's all. And that brings us to key number 2. Deciding for your vision. You can only bring your vision into reality once you decide. Remember what Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, said before. He concluded, after studying 500 successful people, zero in on them. Highly successful people form the habit of making decisions quickly. It is the decisions that you are willing to make that shape your life. Decide that your dream deserves your focus, your effort, your energy, because you truly love it for your life, right? So now you have created a blueprint. You wrote down your vision and you decided for it. Now let's explore keys number 3, which involves overcoming what stops most people from bringing their vision right into reality. Can you guess what stops most people from bringing their vision into reality? Chat it in. Chat in what you think is what stops most people from moving forward to achieving their dreams, even though they already describe it, but they usually still wobbly on that one. What do you think the reason is? What do you think, Andre? They don't think that they can change. Beautiful. So there's a lot of things in our mind that stops us. And we can actually sum it up as fear. The fear actually so big that say, oh, I don't think you can do that. You don't have what it takes. You don't have the power. You don't have the age. You don't have the money. You don't have the degree. You don't have the credentials. Now, great dream building requires the ability to suspend knowing how. We got trapped and entangled in the how. Because we don't know how, then we feel that we are not qualified for that dream. Suspend that judgment. Suspend knowing how things should unfold. Just take action in the absence of knowing all the answers. There is always an action that you can take. We sometimes think, oh, to own a home, I have to buy a house, I have to buy a land. I have to have money to hire somebody. Even before that happens, you can do something right now. Just imagine the dream. Imagine the house. We just did it. When you decide for a dream, this happens to everybody. There is a part of you, when you think of your dream, your vision, there's always a part of you that says, yes, I want it, right? But there's always a part, the other part of us that says, you're right. How are you going to do that? You've never done it before. Who do you think you are? You don't have what it takes. What is this voice? This is the voice of fear. It's the part of you, only a part of you, that wants things to stay status quo. It is the voice that says, now is not a good time. Wait until later. You don't have the money for that. That's irresponsible. It's the voice that says you don't have the experience, you don't have the credential. It's the part of you that says, what if you fail? Okay, what if you fail? How many of you have had a failure in life? Every one of us have, right? When we were babies, we all started out as non-walkers. You may not remember it, but you can look at babies. Everyone started as non-walkers. As a non-walker, you saw people walking around you, and you wanted to be at that level of freedom for yourself. You wanted to be upright, not to be floor-bound. What did you do? You rose up, tried to take a step, and you fell down. When you were learning to walk, never once did you fall down and think to yourself, well then, I guess I'm not meant to be a walker. No. You rose up and you kept going. And with every try, you took a few more steps, until finally you were here. You became a walker. Something happened though when we become adults. We stop giving ourselves permission to fall down. If we fall down in business, we say, well, I guess I'm not meant to be a business owner. If we fall down in love, I guess love isn't in the cards for me. Yet it is falling down and rising up that's actually the secret to achieving your vision. We must befriend the fear and give yourself permission to fail enough to succeed. And that is key number 3. Befriending your fear. What do I mean by that? Befriending your fear means doing the thing you really want to do, even when fear rises and tries to stop you. Make fear your friend. Fear will never go away. Fear is only the border of the area of the unknown. Everything new, of course, is unknown. You've never done it before. So it's unfair to say that you cannot achieve it. When you learn the pattern, you can. We prove it with the numbers game. It is fear and failure that actually help you to grow. So these two are prerequisites for achieving great vision. So now, how do you give power to the part of you that wants to move forward? Especially when you hear the voice that wants you to play small. What do? How do you give power to that? So in the whole process, there is a whole process that I take my clients through while coaching them in my class. But for the purpose of today, I will give you one thing you can do. And this one thing is key. Now look at the sheet of paper where you put all your vision, your dreams, your thoughts. Right? Now when you, at this point in time, you may have some thoughts in your mind that's saying to you, this is too big a dream. I don't have the means to do that. This is what we call limitations. When your mind is going toward that limitation, interrupt it. Refocus your mind on your vision, your dream, and then take an action. This is why writing down the vision is so important. The blueprint we talked about earlier. When your vision is clear, you can easily go to it and reconnect with it. This action is key because it tells your subconscious mind that you are serious about your new results, about your dream, about your vision. I'm not just writing it for fun. Yes, it's fun, but I really want it. Over time, when you keep repeating this, keep reconnecting to your vision, confirming that this is truly the life I love. The old paradigms, the limiting beliefs, will begin to dissolve away. And that is the additional part of key number 3. which is reconnect to your vision. And here's a very important step you must remember to do next, as soon as possible. Okay, look at that vision again, all the dreams you wrote down. Now select one out of all the things you wrote down, select one that has the most electricity, meaning the one that speaks to you the most. Circle it. And then ask this question. What is the one step, one action I can take today to move me toward this vision? One step. It doesn't have to be big. Write it down next to that vision. And then this is the next important key. Put a date and a time when you will take that action. Don't go more than 72 hours because it's going to go away and dissolving. The sooner you could do, the better, even today. So I give you an example. When I wrote down, I have an inviting 4-season tropical home in Duluth. That's a big dream. What is the one thing I could do today? Plenty of things. I can go to Barnes & Noble, browse through magazines, home magazines, tropical home magazines. I can go online. Those two I can do immediately, right? So there are always action steps that we can do. So that is what you must do immediately. That's how we serve the vision, the dream. So by doing this, again, we inform the subconscious mind that we're serious about it because I'm taking action. That means I'm serious about it. Every day, take more action. After you actually browse or go to the internet or browse different kind of magazines, you may want to cut it out. Cut magazine, cut different pictures that you love. Put it in a vision. So collecting all the pictures, already another step. After you're done with that, you may actually say, oh, I'm going to make a vision board out of this. That's another step. But every day you take small steps towards serving that vision. So every day you have a visit with your vision. If you really love this, you will do it. Just imagine those people who had fallen in love before. When you were falling in love with someone, you want to spend a lot of time with this someone because you love it, right? So the same thing with your vision. You must be really in love with that vision for you to visit with it every day. Okay, so here's the gift that I promise you. But before that, let's recap first. Recap what we have covered. So, first key, designing your dream, designing your vision. You must have a blueprint of what you want in order to achieve it. The clearer the blueprint is, the more power you have. Second key, deciding for your vision. This is the power of decision. You must decide for the thing you love in the absence of knowing how. The third one is befriending your fear. Fear and failure are prerequisites for achieving your dreams, your vision, the life you love. Fear and failure are always here. It's just the way we look at them are going to change. And then, if you feel wobbly, reconnect with your vision. So those are just 3 out of 12 key principles to building your dream or vision. At every steps of these keys, there are decisions to make. Without decision, no results will be created. Were this helpful? Thank you, Andre. So let me ask, you can chat this in, everybody else. Of the three keys that we covered today, which one do you think, or do you feel, not think, feel, is the most challenging to implement? Chat your answer. Which one do you think out of these three the most difficult? Number three. She says number three. Beth says number three. Must try over and over. That's very true. Everybody, most of people, even those who are successful, number three is always the most difficult. The most challenging, not difficult, challenging to navigate. You know why? Because the limiting beliefs or the paradigms, the old programming, will always try to pull us back into the familiar zone. The paradigm will never say to us, oh, hello, I'm your paradigm. I'm going to keep you stuck in the comfort zone. No. It's gonna say or sound very reasonable, practical, logical. This is not the right time. You have more urgent things to do, to take care of. You don't have the money, you don't have the education, you don't have this, you don't. Remember the story of the fisherman. These limiting beliefs are so clever in using our own words, our own thoughts. That's why they sound like us. Without guidance, you won't notice that this is fear, that they are stopping you from moving forward to serve your dream. You feel they're reasonable and logical. This is what I call the default system. Without knowing about it, we're going to be sucked and pulled back into that, the familiar way of doing things. But we know we cannot grow by default. There's no growth in the comfort zone. Everything is already familiar. You've done it. You know it. It is of the same thing. We can only grow by design. So here's my gift to you. And let me share with you the reason I designed this gift. Here's what I learned about human psychology. It's an unfortunate part of human birth until we do something to change it. 90% of people who attend a workshop like this will leave and never look at the vision again. They'll put it in the drawer. They'll go on with life. That's what most people do. I was that person for a long time. This is not about right or wrong, though. This is just the human makeup. This is what humans commonly do. Having something in your calendar that moves you toward your vision will really be the only chance you have in creating a better and more expanded result. That pull of the familiar that we talked about just now, the fear, is so strong that you don't have the neural pathway fully developed yet to be with your vision every day. Life will distract you, delay you, dissuade you. This is why research says 90% of people who have great ambition to set a New Year's resolution, to lose weight, to create new results, to do whatever, fail. Because their old programming is so strong. The default, up until then, is stronger than their design, which is the dream and the vision. I want to give you something to counteract that. And I want to make sure that your vision does not go into the drawer. Instead, go into your life as a new pathway. There is a reason why you are in this workshop today. 20 people signed up. Only 5 of you showed up. Something in there. That's an intuitive hit. we must answer intuitive hit. Otherwise, it's going to go away. So you have learned through a number exercise that there is an invisible pattern to success. When you expand your awareness of that pattern, your result naturally increase. So let me ask you, chat this in. This will be the last one that you can chat in. Question. Do you believe that if the dream, the vision that you wrote down and selected just now, if it comes to fruition, would it make a difference in your life? Arthur, Pat. Thank you, Pat. Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely, Ishi said. Absolutely. Thank you. So now, just by saying that, you confirm it. You tell your subconscious mind, this is important to me. I'd be, yes. Yes, Beth. Yes, Andre. Just by chatting it in, you confirm it. You claim that. Now, here is my gift to you. Every now and then, I set aside a few sessions where I can help you have a breakthrough with your vision. This is a private session, 60 minutes. I'm going to listen to exactly what your longings are, what's not working for you, what's holding you back, and here's the hint. It's not what you think it is. So I'm lending you my expert eyes and listening heart. This is a complimentary session, 1 hour. I will work with you on your actual vision because right now you only utilize about 2% of your vision. I'm going to show you how to work with it. And then I will also show you what your next most powerful step you can take. So you don't just have your vision, but you can start living that vision right now, immediately. If this resonates with you, take this advantage. This is a complimentary session with me. I have limited numbers of sessions, and I'm going to make it easy for you. So look at this code, bring your phone, grab this, take a picture of this. If you don't have the ability to do that, text me. Text me that you want the session. This code is going to bring you to a Calendly where you can pick the date and the time. I suggest do it right away. Once you confirm your session with me, please send your phone number. There is a place there when you confirm it to put your phone number. The reason is because sometimes people have problems to get on the Zoom, or the email confirmation got into your spam blocker. So confirm it with me once you pick the date, the time, so I can look and find it. Okay, so here's the final message. Let's watch this short video.
I want you to ponder these 4 questions. The first question to ponder when you go home is why? Why go this far? Why try to learn this much? Why study? Why put yourself out? Why try to earn as much as you can earn, share as much as you can share? Why try to become all that you can possibly become? Why develop yourself to the full? Why try to do it all? Why try to take on this much responsibility? Develop every skill you possibly can. See every human you possibly can. Go to every class you possibly can. Touch everybody you possibly can. Why do that much? Why go that far? Why share that much? Why give that much away? Why try to see everything? Why try to do everything? Why try to become everything? The first question to ponder when you go home is why. Here's another good answer to why. It's the second question. Why not? Why not see how much you can earn? Why not see how much you can learn? Why not see how many skills you can develop? Why not see what kind of person you can become? Why not see what kind of influence you can have? Why not see how many people you can rescue from oblivion? I want you to take that personal. Why not? Why not? You've got to stay here till you go. I mean, what else are you going to do? Why not see how much you can do, how far you can go? Now here's number 3. Why not you? You've got the brains. You can make decisions. You can study the plan. You can change your life. You can grow immensely in the next few years. You can make your dreams come true. You can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. You can become healthy. You can become powerful. Why not you? My very last question on the questions to ponder is why not now? There never was a better time. And what a time now for us to take this dream and not let it die. Take this dream and give it life. Take this dream and breathe into it your own personal spirit until finally it becomes a flame that burns around the whole world.
I was once set where you are right now, dreaming about taking control of my well-being, writing a book, becoming a teacher, guiding people. Left to my own devices, I got pulled into the familiar zone. I was like that almost 30 years. The fear, the doubts, the limiting beliefs were so strong that they overpowered my dream and my vision. As human beings, without proper support and system, it is easy to get pulled into the old thinking. The longer we stay there, the deeper we go into our own self-pity and undeserving feeling. Every day, we welcome a brand new, never before lived day. Imagine that. Today is a Saturday. You've never lived this Saturday before. This is a new Saturday. The name is the same. You've never lived it before. But our mind get into that cycle. Oh, tomorrow is Saturday. Oh, tomorrow is Sunday. As if like I have lived that one before. The name is the same, not the day. Every day we are given that brand new opportunity. What inside of you is far greater than any challenges you are facing. Today is your day. This is your moment. So take that bold action. One action you can take. That is bold. Because that action will make a difference in your life. It's going to snowball into different thing, into different thing, into different thing. The first one is the most challenging, but it doesn't have to. It can be easy. So claim your spot, get clarity on what you love, welcome the support that's offered to you. This is a decision to make. The action that will make a difference in your life. So this is summed up by this beautiful quote by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Because boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. It has been a privilege for me and an honor to have spent this time with you today. I thank you very much, Andre and the Whole Foods Co-op, for hosting this today. If you have any question, let me know. Beth wanted me to share so I'm gonna, there you go, Beth. The QR code. Or you can text me. That's my cell number. Let's create dreams.